What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy K-Mac here, and it's time for another one of those cartoon conspiracy theories. Now, you guys have been hounding me to get the regular show theory to you guys. And you know what? I've been listening, and I to please my subscribers and my viewers. So I thought, why not? I'll research the regular show theory, and I'll give it to you guys. Granted, this one's really short, and it's not really as in depth as some of the other theories have been in the past. But I don't know. I'll go ahead and give it a shot anyway. Just real quick, a thought about this gameplay. This is a game of Hardpoint on Slums. Again, I'm playing in the League series, and you see here I'm using a silenced KSG. I think it has a long barrel on it too. Probably one of the funnest guns in the game to play with, of course, because as you know, it shoots the slugs. And it's got ridiculous range if you can use it the right way, and it's pretty fun. And when it's silenced, a lot of people don't hear you coming with it, and it's totally fun. But that's enough about that. Let's jump into this theory. Now, the theory starts out in 1947. Mordecai was born in rural Alaska. Given that 1947 was the time the Cold War began, Mordecai and his family were dangerously close to the USSR, which is right across, though I think it's the Bering Sea. I don't know. I could be wrong there. From the USSR and Russia and all that Soviet Union bullshit going on over there. So in his teenage years, he took advantage of it and snuck into Russia with him and his friends and led a guerrilla campaign to help take down the USSR and the Soviet Union and all that stuff. But anyway, it ended in the late 1950s with the whole group being brutally murdered by the Soviets. Apparently that they were trying to sabotage some sort of a political uprising, and they got caught, and they were all either hung or shot or something like along those lines. Pretty brutal, actually, and it's actually pretty shitty. Now, as far as Rigby goes, Rigby was born in 1964 with a series of mental disorders that couldn't be treated, especially at the time. There wasn't a whole lot of treatment for people with handicaps, mental handicaps back then. So right after he turned 12, his family moved to Alaska just so they could avoid being in the city life and avoid having their son ridiculed by all other kids in school and stuff like that. They wanted to get out in Alaska and, just basically get away from everything. They wanted to get away from all of the stuff. They wanted to leave their life behind and start anew in Alaska, the world or America's last frontier, and give it a go. But soon after arriving in Alaska, Rigby befriended the ghost of Mordecai, who had returned to his hometown after his death. His parents noticed something strange about it, but they knew that their son had a mental disorder, and they thought him having an imaginary friend wasn't the worst thing ever. They didn't know that he was seeing a ghost or a spirit or whatever. They just thought he had an imaginary friend. So they didn't really put too much stock into it. They didn't really think much of it. But over the years, these two became best friends, going on all kinds of crazy adventures, doing stupid things, and, just being best friends in general. But later on in his adult years, Mordecai and Rigby became annoyed with each other, eventually leading to Rigby leaving Alaska to move back into the cities. Now, in 1981, Rigby was murdered in the city by a drive-by shooting. He was just an innocent bystander. Everybody was shot and killed, and totally sucks. He died. But getting back to some of the other characters here, it says in 1992, Benson, who was the park manager, was managing a park where he committed suicide in this park to avoid going to prison for murders that he had previously committed. So the cops were on his ass. He was going to go to jail, and he decided to take his own life. He decided to do that in the park where he was the manager of the park, just like he's in the show. But in the afterlife, Benson continues to manage the park, luring spirits there to work for him, which is why Mordecai, Rigby, Skips, Pop, Muscle Man, High Five, Ghost all found their jobs. I guess it's like a second job for them. They're not quite in purgatory or anything else like that, heaven or hell. They're just, spirits, and I guess spirits need work and money and shit like that too, in that whatever that realm they're in apparently. So they all work at the park, and it's pretty hilarious. I actually love this show. But the only one of them is actually aware that they're dead and that it's an afterlife is Benson. You can know this because he refuses to let anyone else know because he doesn't want them to leave the park. He doesn't want them to know that they're dead. I mean, everyone else, they don't really have a grasp on them being in the afterlife. They're not really, obviously they're not people anymore. They're just they're all either birds or Rigby's a squirrel and all kinds of stuff like that. One's a gumball machine, one's an ape. But they don't really know that they're in the afterlife, but they kind of have hinted towards it. But the only one that actually knows is Benson. And he doesn't want, and the only reason he doesn't want them to know is so they don't leave, and then he doesn't want it to be stuck in this park by himself with basically no friends, basically. But that's pretty much the end of the story. He goes on to say that any living person that wanders into the park is tormented by the spirits, leading to them to commit suicide, and then hence work in the park as their spirit also. But I don't know. This theory wasn't the greatest theory ever, but I thought since so many of you guys were suggesting it in the comments, I would go ahead and do it. But if you guys could go ahead and leave this theory a like and subscribe if you want to see more of these, I'll be doing more of them. I also have a couple new series coming out here and there, so look for them sometime next week. But that is it, guys. Like I said, subscribe if you're new around here and drop a video a like. And that's it, guys. Game the fuck on. Until next time, peace out.
Hard point is ours. Way to take it to him. Good.
Like I said, if you guys are new around here, you guys can feel free to subscribe to get all of these videos in your sub box. I do this series weekly, around Thursday, Friday, if not Saturday. And I also do a bunch of other series, like other conspiracy theories. And I have a couple new things coming out, so be looking forward to that and game the fuck on. Until next time, peace out.